Now let us talk about the question every Indian is lying awake thinking about. Will AI take my job? The Invalid will not give you a political answer. We will give you the data. AI-driven automation could potentially replace 23% of India's jobs by 2030. That is 100 million workers, according to the Economic Survey 2024 to 2025 and multiple research organizations. Let us break it down by sector. Data entry, 85% at risk. The simplest jobs first. If you enter data from forms into computers, AI does this better, faster, cheaper, already. This is not 2030. This is 2026. BPO by customer service, 62% at risk. India's BPO sector employs 5+ million people. AI voice agents now handle TIER 1 customer queries with 94% accuracy. Sarvam's own conversation agents handle 100 million plus interactions at under 1 rupee per minute. A human agent costs 15 rupees per minute. The math is brutal. The timeline is short. Content and media, 55% at risk. Copywriting, routine journalism, social media management. These functions are being automated right now, not in theory, in practice. IT by software coding, 35% at risk. This is the one that scares India's middle class most, 3.5 million IT professionals. The backbone of India's $245 billion IT industry. GitHub Copilot, Amazon Code Whisperer, Cursor AI. These tools write code, debug code, review code. A junior developer's 8 HOUR task takes 45 minutes with AI assistance. 35% at risk does not mean 35% will be unemployed. It means 35% of tasks performed by IT professionals will be partially or fully automatable. Many jobs will change rather than disappear, but the value of purely routine coding work will drop sharply. The new jobs AI creates. India's Economic Survey 2024 to 2025 argued, AI complements human productivity in medium and high-skill jobs. The task is stewarding workers into these higher skill roles. New jobs being created by AI in India right in OW gives AI prompt engineers companies paying 25 hour UPES 40 lakh for prompt specialists. Gives AI trainers and red teamers teaching AI what is right and wrong. Gives AI quality assurance, validating AI outputs for accuracy. Gives AI infrastructure engineers building and maintaining AI systems. Gives AI ethics specialists governance and fairness monitoring. Gives multilingual AI annotators, labeling Indian language, training data. The question is not whether jobs will change. The question is whether India will reskill 100 million people fast enough to fill the new jobs that AI creates. In 2025, India alone had $20 billion in AI investment commitments. The jobs will come. The reskilling is the race India must win. Let us examine what India's government is actually doing. Not the announcement, the implementation. The India AI Mission, what ITIS, March 2024. Union Cabinet approves India AI Mission. Budget 10,372 crore rupees over 5 years. 7 pillars, yields India AI compute, build national GPU infrastructure, 18,693 GPUs, assembled yields India AI Innovation Center, 12 organizations building indigenous models, yields India AI dataset platform, National Data Repository gives India AI application development, government AI use cases gives India AI future skills, reskilling the workforce gives India AI startup financing, VC support for AI startups gives safe and trusted AI, ethics and governance framework. What has happened so far? The real results gives Sarvam AI selected from 67 applicants to build India's sovereign LLM gives SARVAM 30B and 105B launched publicly, open sourced February 2026, gives 12 Innovation Center organizations receiving funding, gives AI Impact Summit 2026 held at Bharat Mandapam, global attention Union Minister Amit Shah at the summit. Sarvam AI exemplifies why the future belongs to India. The honest scorecard what IS working gives government has shown genuine commitment, not just talk gives Sarvam selection and support was rigorous and merit-based gives open sourcing models under Apache 2.0, right decision gives connecting AI to Aadhaar, IRCTC, government services, smart deployment gives AI Impact Summit position India in global AI governance conversations, what IS not enough. Yields 1.24 billion US dollars total versus OpenAI's 18 billion US dollars. Categorically different scale yields 18,693 GP US versus China's compute infrastructure, not competitive for frontier models. Yields only 8 AI data center clusters versus China's 230. Infrastructure gap is enormous. Yields no dedicated AI chip manufacturing program announced gives brain drain of top AI researchers continues. Policy not addressing root cause. The China comparison, the uncomfortable lesson. China's approach to AI since 2017 has 3 features that India's approach currently lacks. Feature 1, mandatory data sharing. China made AI training data from government institutions Poland mandatory to share with approved AI companies. India has created a data platform. Participation is voluntary. Feature 2, military civilian FUSIOM. China's AI development is explicitly linked to national security applications. This creates a second funding stream defense that India has not activated. Feature 3, hardware ambition. China is building its own AI chips despite US export restrictions. Huawei's Ascend 910B is now competitive with NVIDIA's A100. India has no comparable semiconductor AI chip program. The private sector gap government cannot solve this alone, and it should not try. The missing piece is India's private sector. Tata, Reliance, Infosys, Wipro, HCL. These are multi-billion-dollar conglomerates. Reliance has joined Bharat GPT. That is right. HCL has backed Sarvam's 35 crore US dollars round. That is right. But where is Tata's foundational AI investment? Where is Infosys's indigenous LLM? Where is the Indian equivalent of Microsoft's 10 billion US dollars OpenAI bet? India's neighborhood first policy in AI cannot be funded by government alone. The private sector must decide, as American and Chinese corporations did, that building AI infrastructure is a strategic imperative, not a PR exercise. That decision has not yet been made at the required scale. India is not losing the AI race yet, but the window to shape it, rather than just participate in it, is closing. Here is what the data points toward. Fix 1 10x the AI compute by a BUD. India has 100 billion US dollars projected in data center investment by 2027. The government must use this moment to negotiate mandatory national compute allocation as part of every data center license. Every major data center built in India, AWS, Google, Microsoft, must dedicate 20% of capacity to Indian sovereign AI compute at cost price as a condition of operating in India. This is not radical. This is what Brazil and Saudi Arabia have done. India's market is large enough to demand this. Fix 2, the semiconductor program. India cannot keep depending on NVIDIA GPUs that America can cut off at any time. The US has already restricted GPU exports to China. India is not China today, but geopolitics change. India's semiconductor mission exists. Micron's chip facility in Gujarat is under construction. Tata's chip assembly plant is announced. None of these produce AI-specific chips. India needs a dedicated AI chip program with IIT researchers, private sector investment, and DRDO involvement. 5. YEAR plan. Specific targets, public accountability. Fix 3. Reskilling at population scale 100 million jobs at risk by 2030. India AI future skills exists, but at what scale? India must declare AI literacy as a national priority, the way it declared literacy in the 1970s. Every ITI, every polytechnic, every college. Mandatory AI fundamentals by 2027. Not just coding, not just tools. Critical thinking about AI, what it can do, what it cannot, and how to work alongside it. The countries that solve the reskilling problem fastest will capture the most economic value from AI. India has the infrastructure to do this. The question is whether it will. Fix 4. Keep the best talent home and 60 to 70% of India's top AI researchers settle abroad. This is the brain drain file applied specifically to AI. The fix is targeted. Gives 100 AI research fellowships, matching global postdoc salaries at IITS by IISc. Gives return to Build India AI program, tax holiday for 5 years for returning researchers. Gives Sarvam and similar companies must compete on salary, supported by government equity co-investment. One world-class AI researcher who stays in India and trains 50 Indian engineers at a sovereign AI company is worth more to India's AI future than 10 who left. Fix 5. The global governance play. This is India's most underutilized AI asset. 118 countries of the global south are absent from AI governance discussions. India is the only global south country with the credibility, the democratic record, and the AI ecosystem to speak for them. India AI Impact Summit 2026 was a start. India must now push for a permanent UN AI governance body with meaningful global south representation. Just as India led the non-aligned movement in the Cold War, India can lead the non-aligned digital movement in the AI era. The countries that shape AI's rules will benefit from AI's economic rewards. The countries that only use AI on terms set by others will pay the price. Let me end with what the data actually says. India has the talent, second largest in the world. India has the data, 1.4 billion people, 22 languages. India has the market, growing at 39% per year. India has the vision, India AI Mission, AI Impact Summit, Sarvam. And India has a gap between its budget and its ambition, a gap between its talent and its researchers, a gap between its deployment and its development, a gap between 8 AI data centers and the 230 China has built. OpenAI, one company, has raised what India's national AI budget would take 14 years to match. That is the gap. But here is what DeepSeek proved in January 2025. The race is not only won by the richest. DeepSeek matched GPT-4 performance at a fraction of the cost. China proved that intelligence, not just capital, can win. And intelligence is the one thing India has never been short of. In February 2026, a startup founded by 2 IIT researchers with a budget smaller than OpenAI's catering bill open sourced 2 foundational AI models built in India, for India, on Indian servers. NVIDIA invested in them, Amazon invested in them, not because they are the best model in the world, because they are building the right model for the right market. The open question. Here is India's AI question, stated simply. In 10 years, will the AI that powers India's healthcare, India's government, India's education, India's defense, be built in Bangalore or rented from San Francisco? That question has no predetermined answer. It depends entirely on decisions being made right now. By policymakers choosing budget sizes, by private sector leaders choosing investment priorities, by researchers choosing where to build their careers, by engineers choosing between a higher salary abroad and building something that matters at home. The opportunity is real. The threat is real. The window is open. The question is, will India walk through it? Drop in the comments. Do you think India can become an AI superpower? Or will we always be the world's AI services provider but never the builder? Like, subscribe, think deeper, stay invalid. The next file is coming.